I just finished up my latest cook here, a license to Griddle, and I know I say this a lot. This may be the best cook that I've done on the channel yet. And of course, I am talking about hash brown omelets. But this is not any old hash brown omelets. There is going to be no ham in this. There is going to be no cheddar cheese, no mozzarella cheese. It ain't going to be your basic omelet that you see all over YouTube. We are going to spice it up with a little bit of bacon, a little bit of onion, but the star of this show is going to be in that spinach and feta cheese. I am telling you, if you have never tried it, you definitely got to give it a go. Guys, this is the hash brown omelet right here. These are perfect. This one came out a little bit fugazi. That is going to be my taste test. Either way, I am telling you, these suckers are friggin' incredible. Alrighty, all, welcome back to the, well, hey man, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tommy. I guess you all know why we're here. That is a, if you can name the song, name the group, leave it down in the comments down below. And we did get a little bit of rain here, a little bit nasty weather, so I'm going to start this one off by just giving my griddle a little bit of a wipe down. And I've seen quite a few of these hash brown omelets, and I have to tell you, a lot of them are, I'm not going to say they're the same because they're not. I mean, everyone is a little different, but they're the basic omelet with the ham, the cheese, the bacon, and there is nothing wrong with that. But I like to try to bring you guys something a little bit different, something, you know, something that maybe you haven't tried before, and that's where this recipe here today is going to come in. And we are going to get started right off the bat with some bacon already. It is starting out pretty good. Now, it is pretty brutally cold here. I am just getting over that cold finally. But my laser light here has taken a dive. It is just too, it is just too cold for this to work. So we are going to have to go off the cuff, bacon down, onions down, and I will get this stuff cooked up. If I have to take it off, I will. I want to use this bacon fat for the hash browns. I want to get some of that grease on here. That's the reason I'm not putting the hash browns on right away. I mean, they are going to take the longest to cook, but again, I want some of this bacon flavor underneath the hash browns. So it'll take only about a minute or so. And I am full lit up right across the board. And I got to tell you right off the bat, if you have never tried feta cheese in an omelet before, I mean, give it a go, man. It's definitely some good flavors. If you don't like feta cheese and it may be a little bit more tough for you, I happen to love it. I've got Greek blood in me. But give it a shot if you've never tried it. I think you will be pleasantly surprised. I've been eating feta cheese omelets probably for 30, 40 years. As we try to render some of this bacon fat on the griddle. And I also wanted to keep this as a recipe, but also simple. I didn't want to pile again. Sometimes I don't like just too many ingredients in a recipe, and you just lose track of the different flavors. So I wanted to keep this simple. I was going to put some bell peppers in there. I decided against it. It's going to be red onions. It's going to be bacon. It's going to be spinach. Of course, eggs, feta cheese, and those potatoes. I mean, that sounds pretty perfect to me. Alrighty, and this looks pretty good right here. Push this to the side. Get some fresh oil mixed in with that bacon grease. And get our potatoes down. So from what I gather, the whole thing with this recipe is you want fat, thin layers. And as Hussey has said, because I did watch a Hussey video on this, you want to keep it about the size of your spatula, because that is going to be the flip. So we are going to follow the hussy and go along with that. And we are only looking for a nice thin layer. And that looks pretty good to me. We will drop a couple pieces of bacon, scatter that butter, we'll scatter that around. And basically at this point, you just got to, just relax and let this stuff crisp up. I'll show you how to tell when it is ready to go. But for right now, we will just allow this stuff to crisp up. I got to run in the house and grab some stuff to get this bacon and onions off, and I will bring you guys back in about a minute or so. Alrighty, guys, welcome back. We are only about a minute or so into the cook. The butter is still working on melting, but I did want to get these red onions off, and also I think the bacon may be ready to come off. Maybe about another minute or so on that bacon. So this one's going to see some salt. We will keep this pretty much basic. No fancy rubs needed. And some black pepper. Oh yeah. I love this machine. And of course our bacon is good to go, so we will get that off. And you can add it to the same plate when we dress this up. It is all going to go to the same area, so it's all good. All right, we are starting to look pretty good now. We've got some I can see some crispiness in the middle, and you can see as I go to lift it, it is starting to come together a little bit. I'm just going to let it go for about another minute or so. So I think that looks pretty good. I've got my eggs here. I've got 7. I don't know if I'm going to use them all. Let's get some eggs on. And it looks like I definitely will use them all. So that's good. So far, so good. If you don't have gloves like this, I've got information on the description straight to Amazon. I don't push these enough. They're $10 for, I think, 50 pairs, and you also get the heat glove underneath. I use these things, like gangbusters. I have cases in the house. All right, so this is setting up pretty good here. I'm going to get some spinach down. Boy, you wonder, is the 36 too big for me? It's only me and the wife, and I got to tell you, if you can afford bigger, man, get it. 36 is perfect. Anything lower, smaller than 36, you can definitely run into problems on certain cooks. Now, for this spinach, just as I would do in a saute pan, although I would probably use white wine, I'm just going to dab a little bit of water. Black pepper and salt going down. Let's get a dab of butter on each spinach. And I only like my spinach wilted, okay? I don't like it cooked too much, like, say, if you were getting a frozen spinach. My wife heard I was making spinach and feta cheese omelet. She's like, you better save me some. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to start sprinkling the spinach around. We've got a little bit more ways to go on these eggs, but they will definitely get there. Again, I don't like my spinach cooked too much, so she'll sit pretty up on these, pretty on these eggs, I should say. From there, I've got my bacon and onion. We might as well just scatter a little bit of that on here. Guys, I gotta say, this looks absolutely incredible. You know, it's always fun to venture out and just try different recipes. Don't, you know, everyone loves a ham and cheese omelet. There's no doubt about it. That's why it is probably the #1 omelet. But man, try some different things. And of course, when I say different things, feta cheese is going down. Oh yeah. I'll tell you, with the bacon, man, and the spinach, feta cheese, those onions, this is going to be killer, man. I am telling you. Alrighty, so I guess it is the moment of truth. Should I go like this? I'm just going to go right down the middle here. I think I'm gonna do a spin like that. We are winging it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Guys, that is omelet #1. Oh yeah, that's a score right there. Guys, that is a friggin' home run. Omelet #2. That there is perfect. Let's get on over to the board. Let's get these all plated up, do that taste test, talk about it, and close out the show. All right, man. I mean, would you take a look at these? I got to tell you, man, we were a little bit hot in the front of the griddle, so I got a little toasty on some of them. These here are absolutely friggin' perfect. I've already done the taste test in the beginning, and I could tell you these are everything they are cracked up to be. I mean, the outer exterior of the potato is nice and crispy. It's got that layer of salt there that just stays on the lips. Then, of course, when you fold it over, you've got the bacon, you've got the feta, you've got the onions. I mean, it is as close to perfection as you can get in a hash brown omelet. I've got some dabs of sour cream just to spice it up a little bit. I mean, I don't even think she needs that. Let's do that quick taste test. We've got to close out this show because it is friggin' cold out here, man, and I am just getting over that cold. This here is that Fugazi one that's a little bit crispy. I've got a nice dab of sour cream on there. I have not tried it with the sour cream. As you can see, I am dropping it. Trust me, Molly is standing right here. Cheers. God, man. So look, the sour cream just adds a whole other layer of flavor because now you've got the coldness of the sour cream, and then again the saltiness of the hash browns with the salt on the lip, and then you get into the goodies on the inside with that feta cheese and that bacon, the onions. I mean, guys, this is absolutely incredible, man. I am telling you, if you have not made this yet, you definitely got to give it a go. And as always, I will have full information down in the description under the show notes. But for now, I definitely got a cut out of this one. Again, my name is Tommy. That makes me the Griddler. I appreciate all you guys that have been showing up and watching from start to end. That is very important for the channel. It is going to be a total ass kick in 2025. I can friggin' guarantee you that. And until next time, we will see you